Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of the HermitPack. In today's episode, we are going to make another tree farm. So last episode, we made this tree farm, and it works. It works just fine, no complaints. However, it doesn't work on rubber saplings, I found out. This farming station does not work for rubber saplings, and I really want to get a source of rubber wood going because we're going to use it for industrial craft stuff. And if I don't have a reliable source of rubber saplings or rubber wood, then that's going to be a major pain and a lot of grind, and I don't want to deal with that. So we're going to have to make a tree farm that works, because this one doesn't. So I've got an idea, and I've tested it out in a creative world, and it worked fine there. So I'm hoping that it will work here as well. I can't think of any reason it wouldn't, but then again, you never know. So that's kind of the plan. I think, where is my lumber axe? Here we go. Sorry, but this tree's got to go. I need to work. I need this space to work with. Wow, look at that thing. Look at that. Look at just drop everything. So much stuff. All right, so we're going to put a tree farm over here. And we need to be careful about the way that we do this, because we're going to be using a mod called Cyclic for this tree farm, which is a mod that we haven't really used a whole lot. Now, the thing is, as far as I can tell, what's going on with the tree farm, the reason that this doesn't work for rubber wood, is that the farming station doesn't recognize the rubber wood as wood. Like, it doesn't recognize it as a harvestable material. So what we need to do is come up with a way for... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? That's okay. We'll be fine. So what we're going to need to do is basically come up with a way to break those blocks without breaking all the other things, and do it in such a way that the trees can still grow and all that kind of good stuff. So that's essentially what we're going to be doing here. Now, I'm going to need a 9x9 area, so let's just punch a hole right here, because that looks to be about 9x9. And then we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we kind of wall this little section off, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be a 9x9, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, good, excellent. That's what we want. So what we're going to be using is this guy, the controlled miner. And what this will do is break basically all blocks within a 9x9 area, starting at the elevation that you place it at. So if I put it right here, it's going to break everything in a 9x9 area in front of it, and going up to whatever height I specify, going all the way up to here, right? Does not actually require any power, but it also doesn't grab the items. So we're going to have to do some other things there as well to make sure that this works. So let's grab our excavator, and let's just excavate some space. Go away, slime. And this way. So that should be adequate. That should be plenty of space for our needs. Let's just throw a torch in these corners. This is very similar to what we did with the previous tree farm, at least for that little part of it. Now, here's what we're going to do. We are going to grab some factory blocks, and I'm just going to mark out, let's see. So this is, we said this is a 9x9. let's just take these right here. And we'll get rid of this edge. And I'm just going to replace those with factory blocks, because I think it'll look better. I think it'll look better if we do something like this. Right? I think that looks a little bit better. Then let's clear this away. We'll have this part on kind of like a little raised platform sort of thing, is what I'm kind of envisioning here. Just we're not going to do a whole lot with the aesthetics of this farm, because no matter what we do, it's not going to look great, since it's just kind of out in the open here. But I'm going to do what I can to make it look at least a little bit better. Maybe we peel a couple off kind of on this edge. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so this will be our platform. We'll put our controlled miner. Ooh, actually, we need to make sure that, let's see. We want to make sure we get all the leaves. So let's put that here. That should get all the leaves, I think. Yeah, this will be fine, because it may not get all the leaves, but it will get all of the tree trunks. So this will be just fine. We'll do something like that. Okay. So now I need to grow a rubber sapling. So let's just plop that guy down right here. And just to speed up the process a little bit, because I don't want to wait forever. And you guys probably don't want me to wait forever either. We're just going to grab a torcherino and a shears. And I'm just going to grab a rubber tree leaf. Okay? So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to tell this thing, because it has a blacklist, we're going to tell this thing what not to break. We don't want it to break leaves. We don't want it to break saplings. And we definitely don't want it to break the farming station. Now, the downside is this is an actual item that goes in here. With a lot of filters, you just put like a copy of the item in, and you don't lose the actual item itself. But that is not the case with the controlled miner. I had to make 2 farming stations in order for this to work. But I think it should work now. So we'll get that going. We'll put, let's just dig out a little hole like right here for us to get in and out, because we're gonna have to be able to get up and down there. So that's all good. Now I need an item conduit and an energy conduit, and we're gonna put those right here. And on top of them, we'll put our farming station. Okay? This thing doesn't have any power just yet, but it will. And the only thing the farming station is here for is just to basically plant the trees. That's really the only thing I actually need it for. Everything else, whatever. Not a big deal. So, there we go. So we're all good there. And then what we're going to do is right down here, I'm going to put a chest underneath. And on top of said chest, I'm going to put an advanced item collector. So what that should do is anything that breaks within, well, right now I've got my coin on. Let's turn that off real quick. Anything here that breaks should get sucked up. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't have the range. Definitely anything that breaks here should get sucked up into that thing. But if stuff breaks like over here, okay, so it doesn't have the range for that. Oh, except I can adjust the range. So let's make this, let's say everything that falls within a 10-block radius. That should be plenty large. Something falls over there. Yeah, that should be plenty good. Okay. Totally forgot that I could adjust the range on that. Wow, epic fail, self. Okay, anyway. So then we'll bring our item conduits down and our energy conduits down a little bit. And we're going to configure this to insert, and the only thing that I want to go in there, the only thing is rubber saplings. That's it, okay? And we're going to change that to priority 5. So any rubber saplings that get sucked up will first try to go into here, okay? So that's good. Then we've got this thing breaking all the stuff, which will suck items ultimately into this chest. Now, here's where we get a little bit complicated. So now I need a sawmill, and I need a dimensional transceiver. I'm going to put the dimensional transceiver here, I think, and we'll say send, receive, actually just receive power, and send items. Yeah, just, well, or do I want to receive items as well? Nah, we'll just leave it on receive items. Okay, so that's good. Now, this thing is getting power, right? Yep, receive power, send items. Good. So now we'll put a precision sawmill here. Let's put it here. Okay. And we're going to pipe power into it. In fact, this can probably be one power line. Right? Like so. There we go. So that thing's got power. Our farming station is getting power slowly but surely. It's getting there. Okay. So that thing's getting power as well. We're all good. Okay. Now, so we're going to get power from there. And then we'll say item conduit, extract always, and insert. And this is going to be rubber wood, and only rubber wood. That's the only thing that I actually want to take and send into the precision sawmill. Then, because I learned last episode that item conduits don't work all that amazingly well with these items, we're going to grab a couple ultimate logistical transporters, which are essentially mechanism item conduits. That's basically what they do. And we'll take our configurator. Oh. No. No. Ah. None. There we go. What mode are you in? Fluids. Items. Okay. Now, this guy will say, what do we got right now? Power from the back. So we'll say power from the back, input from this side, and output to that side, auto eject on. Okay? So what's going to happen? Stuff that's meant to be processed will come in from the right. Other stuff will come out this side. This part you've kind of seen. And then it will go into here. We'll change that to push. We'll change this to pull. And that should be good. So now rubber should end up in here and going into that thing. So that's still going to leave us with, we need to deal with rubber saplings, and then we also need to deal with, what other byproducts are we going to have? It should just be basically rubber saplings and rubber wood, I think. So let's come up here. And we'll do something like that. We'll change this to insert, but with no priority. And we'll change this to extract. And I only want to extract filters, always active. Okay? So, now, in theory, this should all work. I think. I hope. So let's put half these saplings into this chest, and we should see them end up in here and getting planted, which is exactly what's happening. Fantastic. And this is blacklisted, so it doesn't break the farming station, the saplings, or the leaves. I don't know if I actually need to do the saplings. From my testing in my creative world, it didn't break them, but I'd rather play it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So that's all good. Why are you still not planting more things, though? I feel like this should be planting more things. Pull from there. Like this? Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just a little slow because it doesn't have a capacitor in it. That might be it. Anyway. So that's all good. Now we need to make some upgrades for our mechanism generators. Not for our mechanism generators. We need to make some upgrades for our mechanism machine. We need to, let's see, is there anything else we really need to do? I think it's basically that. And then probably an octadic capacitor for that other thing as well. So let's make 8 of those. And some of these as well. So let's see. We'll just put it in the... Let's throw it in the crusher. There we go. That's all good. Toss that stuff in here. And I need 8 speed upgrades. And 8 energy upgrades? No? There we go. Don't know why that didn't register before. I also need more glass, apparently. Yep. Apparently I am... Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm not completely out of glass. I see a bunch. I think it's just not... Yeah. Okay. It's just not working because I've got several different types. There we go. So there's that. And then let's make a capacitor. Actually, I've got a bunch of capacitors. Nice, hungry, nice, insatiable. The simple crafty. There's these ones you find, but I'm not sure. I don't know the properties of them. So I'm just going to go with a regular old octadic capacitor for the other station and call it good. And then I should probably make torches and put torches around this thing. Although, that means we also need to put that in here because it will break torches. And we don't want that to happen. So let's just put torches down around the edge so this is nice and lit up even at night, and that way things can still grow. Pop down here. I'll throw in these upgrades. We will upgrade... I don't know that I necessarily need this octadic capacitor. I would like to know why it's not planting this other sapling, though. I feel like it should be attempting to plant that sapling somewhere. But maybe it's just me. I don't know. Whatever. But we got our speed upgrades in there. And then we'll throw our energy upgrades in there to make that work better. And now we're just going to test it out. So let's do a torch. Let's put our torcherino right here. Change that. And let's upgrade this. And this is just a test. I'm not going to keep the torcherino there because it's kind of cheaty, but it will let us see if this thing is working or not. And we need to increase that. And then we also need to change this to always on. And what should happen is this thing should be processing the stuff. We should see it ending up in here. Oh, it broke the it broke the Torturino. That's okay. It still has to break this guy. Let's put a Torturino back here. There. And now it's going. This thing is pretty slow. So hopefully it'll be able to keep up when all is said and done. But that seemed to work. And now we have more rubber saplings in here, which is good. So let's do that, and let's lock all of these. And it should... Oh, it's planting them way over there. Yeah, that's not good. We don't want that. No. We only want them planting right here. Yeah, we don't want them to plant way over here. So let's yank out that data capacitor. Good thing I'm actually really glad I tested that. I wish I knew though why it wasn't planting this stuff properly. Let's try throwing an axe in it maybe and see if that makes any difference. Let's just make a stone axe. See if maybe it's smarter then, because it seemed to work just fine when I tried it with this. Like, it had no issues. But I don't know. And over here it's growing in a radius of 3 around the thing. So if I toss that guy in there, is it suddenly smarter? Nope, it's not. I think it's probably just something to do with these industrial craft saplings or something. I don't really know. But for some reason, it plants them. It just plants them very, very slowly. So, I don't know. But it does seem like the thing is working. It's picking everything up. We should be getting rubber and saplings and all that kind of stuff. So it does seem like it's working. And this farm is not about producing massive quantities of rubber so much as it is just about producing rubber at all. So yeah, there you go. I think that should be good. Why plant saplings though? Stupid thing. Anyway, but yeah, that is basically it. We've got ourselves a rubber tree farm, and in theory, it should be working. Unfortunately though, guys, I am out of time for this episode, so my friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Next time, we will do something other than build a tree farm, I promise. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.